Good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, and it's September 25th, and it's National Lobster Day.
Lobster. So I got my little lobster.
So we're going to tell you
on.
a little bit about lobsters and some things that they found recently that are pretty unique.
All right. Very good. I want a lobster roll
I know,
right now.
so do I.
All right. On our show today, from AutoNation Toyota Irvine, both Ephraim Barcelo and Steve Smith are going to be here today. And I think maybe we'll talk about their service department, you know, maybe the new hybrid Highlander that's coming out, or the Orange County International Auto Show that's coming up next week. All kinds of things to talk about. Then we have Dr. Todd Newton. He's a medical director and chief of staff of Kaiser Permanente Orange County. He's going to stop by here. And we have Carol Bowler from the Reformed Temple. And also we're going to bring you a segment with the Senior Center.
We only have one meeting today, which is a Mutual 50 dining committee meeting, and that will be in the Towers Tea Club at 2 p.m. All right, so these marine crustaceans live at the bottom of the ocean. If they avoid the lobster pot, some can live up to 100 years old. Even though we consider them a delicacy today, that wasn't always the case. In colonial times, the lobster received very little culinary credit. In fact, the pigs and goats ate more lobster than the well-to-do. When the first settlers arrived in North America, there were so many lobsters they would wash ashore and pile up 2 feet deep. They were considered poor man's protein. In the beginning, lobsters were gathered by hand, and in the late 1700s, boats called smacks with saltwater tanks were used to transport the live lobsters. The men who ran these boats were called smackmen, and in the mid-19th century, lobster traps were first used in Maine. Lobsters were so inexpensive, they were fed to feed prisoners, apprentices, slaves, and children during those times. Now, these people became tired of being fed lobster, I would imagine. So while lobsters arrive at our tables bright red, they don't start out that way. In the ocean, they come in many colors. Some are yellow, green, and even blue. And there's 2 different kinds. There's hard shell, and then there's soft shell. And the differences are hard shell is densely packed with lots of meat, and then the soft shell is a bit sweeter. Now, lobsters rank high on the menu considering these nutritional facts. Lobsters contain no carbohydrates. They're 27.55 grams of protein per cup, 129 calories, 1.25 grams of fat. There's selenium, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin A, and calcium. So I think I need to be eating more lobster. In any case, there was a rare situation that a fisherman on the coast of Maine in Casco Bay found this beautiful lobster. They call it the candy cotton lobster because of its amazing colors. But you know, I really don't care what color the lobster is. I just want it to show up on my plate looking like this. So in any case, have a happy lobster day, and I'm sure there'll be lots of lobster rolls out there to have.
Yeah, that looks really good.
I know you love lobster too.
Yes, that looks very good. I was watching recently, I watch on Amazon Prime a PBS show called The Taste of History. It's all about colonial food and all that. The chef runs the famous City Tavern in Philadelphia. Well, he did a thing about prison food back during colonial time. And of course, he made a lobster stew. Now, of course, he made it much more upscale. He goes, if I was making the food back then, this is how it would be. But yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
the prisoners got sick of eating lobster. But pigs eating lobster, I'd like to taste that bacon. All right, here we are today. A little bit cooler today by about 5 or 6 degrees. A little morning fog, and then as we make our way into the evening, we'll start to see the clouds coming in. And really for the next several days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, each day there is, I want to say, about a 10%, maybe 20% chance of light rain or drizzle, primarily in the morning. So it is in the forecast. Whether or not we get it, we will see. We may just get a little sprinkle here and there, which would be all right. But really, look at the dramatic difference in the temperatures. Look at this weekend. You're talking upwards of maybe a 20-degree difference of what we were just having over this last weekend. So that's a huge difference. Real nice fall weather coming in, and hopefully it sustains at least the cooler temperatures, but we know how that goes. It's, I'm sure we'll be back up in the mid-90s not too long from now, as we usually are. But again, do expect a little drizzle. I don't think we'll get much, but if you got things outside you don't want to get wet, keep that in mind. Let's take a look around the county and beyond today, and all the temperatures are pretty much down. Even the beaches, you know, we never really got any strong winds in this area yesterday, which was really good news. But the beaches were up to about 80 yesterday, so they dropped back down to about 76. Still very nice all over everywhere you go today, but those temperatures are all going to go down, including Palm Springs. I'm looking that they're going to be down into the upper 80s by the weekend, so cold for them. Arrowhead will be down quite a bit too, and even Big Bear by the weekend is going to be seeing a low of 32 degrees overnight. So who knows, maybe they'll get a little dusting of snow if that rain comes in. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Is here. Diane's Hallmark has everything you need to make summer cool. From clothing to jewelry to unique one-of-a-kind gifts, Diane's Hallmark is the place to go. Diane's also has a large religious section as well. Come in today to see it all. Diane's Hallmark is located in the Walmart Shopping Center next to Hobby Lobby.
I just love that ring. Where'd you get it?
I got it at the jewelry box. I saw it on Facebook, and then I went in and bought it. They have the most unique, awesome pre-owned pieces for amazing prices.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest, voted best jewelry store in Orange County for 8 straight years, offering unmatched prices on fine jewelry and watches, refurbished to new condition.
Visit us in our store or shop our website for just arrived items.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
Welcome back. I'm Kiana Lee. Today we're talking to Dr. Chuck Lee of 7-Day Dental. Today's topic is teeth whitening. Doctor, what do we need to know about teeth whitening? Dad.
Oh, the whitening kit whitens teeth up to 5 shades in 10 minutes, and it's zero sensitivity.
Thank you, doctor. So come on in and get your 7-Day Dental smile.
Ernest Hemingway wrote The Old Man and the Sea at 52. Satchel Paige was still dominating batters at 59. Pablo Neruda won the Nobel Prize for Literature at 67. Celia Cruz was still winning Grammys at 77. John Wheeler illuminated our ideas of the universe at 70. Diana Nyad swam from Cuba to Florida at 64. And Roger Crouch was 56 when he first went into space. Your best is yet to come.
Welcome back. With me today, I have Dr. Todd Newton, who is the Medical Director and Chief of Staff of Kaiser Permanente, Orange County, or Southern California. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. Let's give our audience just a brief background of who you are.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I've been with Kaiser Permanente for almost 18 years. I grew up in Southern California, did my undergrad at UCLA, medical school at UC Irvine, residency at UC Irvine, and then I joined Kaiser Permanente in 2002.
Right, so like I said earlier, you have quite a presence here in Southern California.
I do.
Tell me a little bit about kind of your staff, like how many people there are.
So I'm the medical director of about 1,200 physicians. We have about 8,000 employees. We have 25 MOBs, medical office buildings, 2 hospitals, 2 surgery centers, so it's quite a big operation.
Yeah, and then I think I have 600,000 members.
We have 600,000 members in Orange County. Yes, we do. We started with about 70,000 in 1979, so we've grown a lot.
Okay. You know, let's talk about the history there of Kaiser. So for over 40 years, you know, what has been the philosophies?
Yeah, well, you know, it's right in our mission statement. Our philosophy is that we exist to improve the health of our members and also the communities we serve. And the communities we serve part is really important to us. So we don't just take care of patients that come into our facilities. We actually want to improve the health of the whole community. It ties into the preventative care, which is really one of the things we're about in Kaiser. And I think that we really have a strong history of doing that in Orange County for over 40 years.
And then I know some hospitals and medical centers say that they are integrated. So tell me about how you're integrated. Yeah,
well, integration really is the heart of our roots. So we have the health plan, which actually sells the product. And then we have hospitals, which are a separate entity. And then we have the physician groups and pharmacy all tied together really under one umbrella. And so we work together seamlessly. We partner together seamlessly, and that really benefits the patient. It actually keeps costs down. It makes sure that we can communicate seamlessly. There's no waiting 3 weeks for approvals or things like that. We can order tests that we need immediately. One key component of the integration that I think is different from the outside world with respect to this is the physician group can order anything we want. We drive the clinical care of the patient, not the health plan, not the hospitals. They're our partners. We love them. We're married, and we're not going to divorce ever. But the clinical care is determined by the physicians only. And so if we need to refer you, we just do it. We don't ask for permission. We just make it happen. And that's a little differentiating factor, I think.
Oh, absolutely, because I mean, most times, you know, you'd have to get approvals.
Absolutely.
And then, like you said, you're waiting. One thing I did want to ask, like, let's say I belong to Kaiser and I went to a facility in one location, but I'm traveling and I have to go to another location. Is everything still integrated?
Yes, it is. We have one electronic medical record that actually covers the entire state. And so really they can see your records wherever you are, which again makes care more efficient, it's safer. And so, you know, they can put a note in the chart that'll instantly be seen by your physician back home.
That's amazing. That's great. That's really a good thing. Tell me a little bit about the 2 hospitals that are here.
So we have 2 beautiful facilities. They're the newest hospitals built in Orange County, both of them. We have a facility in Irvine that opened in 2008. That's a wonderful facility. And then we have one, our newer one, that opened in 2012, I believe, in Anaheim, which is slightly larger, also a beautiful facility. We have about 500 beds combined with those 2 hospitals. They also have many tertiary services, beautiful healing gardens. They're wonderful places to visit. You know, if you're there, it's a really peaceful environment.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been to the Anaheim one. One thing I did hear is that every patient has their own room. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yes, we don't have shared rooms.
That is wonderful.
We don't have shared rooms. And if you've visited the hospital, which I know you've visited Irvine, the rooms are quite large too. They're very, very nice. And so the atmosphere is, we want a healing environment. We believe that the whole patient is really important. So we really try to make it peaceful and nice. It's very quiet. Even if you walk through emergency rooms, it's very quiet even when they're busy.
Oh, that's good. That's, like you said, good for healing.
Yes.
So you've received quite a few accolades recently. Well, let's talk about those.
We have. So we've received some awards recently from U.S. News and World Report. Our pulmonology and lung surgery program was rated number 11th in the nation. So we're very proud of that. We were also rated high performing in geriatrics. We have received the Women's Choice Award for obstetrics care and our stroke care. One of the things that we're most proud of is our patient safety. Our Anaheim facility has received straight A's from the Leapfrog group for patient safety since its inception. There are only a handful of hospitals in California and maybe 20 in the nation who achieved that. Same with Irvine. We've received A's, you know, from the beginning of the inception of that award. We also have magnet designation for both hospitals, which is really the gold standard standard for nursing excellence. Very difficult, very rigorous process to achieve that, and we're really, really proud. We're currently, I believe, the only 2 KPs in the system that have that designation. More are coming, though.
More are coming. Well, excellent. And then let's talk about the centers of expertise. You have a couple of different ones that you are highlighting.
We do. Our joint replacement program, we're very, very proud of. We have a wonderful group of orthopedic surgeons who do total joint replacements. We actually are sending home in one day about 70% of the people we operate now, even for hip replacement surgery, with home health. The patients love it. So they actually get the surgery. We make sure that they're stable and they're doing well, and then they're able to go home. And we have people who visit them, take care of them in their own home, which obviously decreases the risk of infection and gets them up and around more, and they're at their comfortable environment. Patients love it. In fact, in the beginning, we were worried that, well, our patient's going to think they're going home too soon. Now they're angry if they don't get the option. We actually have patients who will say, well, how come, this patient got to go home and I don't?
Right.
So very, very proud of our joint replacement program.
That's great.
And it's really received a lot of accolades nationally.
Okay.
Interventional radiology is a big program for us. Interventional stroke care is part of that.
Okay.
We also have a wonderful head and neck surgery program. We have a well-known head and neck surgeon that came from UC Irvine who does some really complicated cases and gets patients sent to him from all over the world, actually.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And trains some UCLA fellows. And so our cancer care is tremendous. We have cancer outcomes that really are equal to and surpass, in some cases, UCLA, City of Hope, Mayo Clinic, really wonderful outcomes.
Right. Well, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
excellent. And let's talk about what season we're in, which would be our flu season.
We are.
Everybody has been told to go get your flu shot. So tell me a little bit about why.
The flu is really one of the most preventable illnesses that we encounter. And 30,000 people a year actually die from getting the flu, usually at the extremes of age. Our older patients and our younger patients are the ones that are most at risk.
Right.
You can mitigate this chance of getting this ill from the flu, but just by getting the flu shot. Even if, and this is really important, even if you hear that the flu shot is not a good match, which we heard a couple years ago, for instance, you should still get it because it actually can prevent the very serious illness. So you still might get the flu, but you likely won't end up in the hospital very, very sick with it.
Now here's some statistics here where we have 48.8 million people got sick with the flu. So are you saying that many of those could have avoided that, or is that just a lower case of the flu?
I believe many of those could, well, absolutely many of them could have avoided that.
Okay.
Because we know that more than half of people, believe it or not, in this country don't get the flu shot every year. So most of those probably did not get it. Some of them probably did, and they got a much milder case. But again, I think that's the most important point is really when we think of the flu, I think some people equate it to a common cold. If you've ever had the flu, I've had it once, it's not a common cold, It's tough to get off, it's tough to get on your feet, basically.
Exactly, when you have that severity, for sure.
Absolutely, and completely preventable.
One thing that I think people might, even today, they're like, well, I don't want to get the flu shot because it's going to cause me to get the flu.
Yeah. There's a common misconception about that. The flu vaccine is a killed vaccine. So the virus is not alive. Basically what happens is we inject the dead vaccine in, and your body recognizes the intruder and then builds antibodies against it. So when you get the real flu, it's able to recognize it quicker and take care of it. But you cannot, it's absolutely impossible to get the flu from the killed virus. Now what you can get is achy.
Right.
So it's not uncommon to get the flu shot. In fact, my wife just got it yesterday and said, I feel kind of achy. That's very, very common. Usually goes away in a day or two, but it's not the flu.
Perfect. Well, good. Well, thank you for that clarification, because I'm sure there's people who are still thinking
Absolutely.
that today. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Well, no, I would just like to say, at Kaiser Permanente, we are so honored to serve this community. And we have our deep roots in Orange County, and we want to continue to make sure that our members improve their health and also that we improve the health of the communities we serve.
Well, thank you very much, and it was very nice to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Bye.
And remember, if you want any additional information about what we've talked about here today, you can always go to kp.org, and specifically, if you want to know more about the flu, you can do kp.org/flu. We'll be right back.
So, Greg, it's a lot to take in.
And I know that's hard to hear, but the doctors caught it early.
Hi, Blake. My dad has cancer.
And I know how hard that is to hear. But you're in the right place.
And Dr. Pascal and her team, they know what to do.
They know what to do.
The doctors know what to do.
So here's the plan. First off, we're going to give you all this information.
Welcome back. Well, it's kind of a sad moment for us here at Channel 6. Over the years, I have been able to really get to know Shirley Witt of the Florence Sylvester Senior Center. And I don't even know how many years it's been now that I've known her, along with all the other great people there as well. But it's at that point in time in her life that she's going to be leaving them. And it's sad for all of this.
It is sad.
And of all the kidding I've done with you over the years, and if I still see you after this, I still will, you know, we've had a great time.
We've had a great time. And I just, announcing my retirement, and, you know, with 20 years with Agewell in the Florence Sylvester, and it's with a heavy heart that I'm leaving. And those of you at TV6 have been so kind and supportive of the Senior Center and of me, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful ride. And I was thinking the other day that I got into this industry because I love seniors. But I didn't realize that I would fall in love with my job.
And you have.
And I have.
Yes.
And I have. And it's with a heavy heart that I'm going to leave because I need to concentrate on myself and my family. And it's time. And I'm turning over the helm to Cherie. Cherie's been with Agewell over 9 years.
Yeah.
And I've been mentoring her for 4 years. Yeah. And she's fabulous. She's going to carry on my legacy, or else I'm coming after her.
That's fine.
And I just want everybody to know that the Senior Center has been phenomenal. And it's because of all of you out there who have supported us and have been kind to us. And I want you to know that the Senior Center will continue its legacy. Cherie's going to be there. She's phenomenal. She's a great leader, and she's going to continue on. So please, please, please continue to support the Senior Center and Cherie with all her hard work.
Well, it's been people like you and Cheryl, of course, and Cherie, and all the other folks that have made that. And I mean, to the point, it should be your photo up there. It should be the Shirley Witt Senior Center. How, you know, how long have you been coming on here? Did you come on when Rob was here, right?
I have been, I've been 20 years, and I've been coming on for probably 19 years, at least 19 years.
Right.
And it's, you know, because of TV6, is, you know, we're getting the word out about the Senior Center and the good work that we do. And it's been a great relationship with us. It's been a wonderful, wonderful relationship. Yeah. And I don't know where 20 years went because I'm only like 37 years old.
Yes, you are.
And so I don't get it. I truly don't get it. But I want to thank everybody for their support, for their love, and for their kindness. And I'm going to miss everyone.
And I think it's like you said, you know, you got great staff there. You got great people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great people. Cherie's a great leader. And please continue.
Yes.
Please continue.
I'm going to miss her in the office.
Yeah, I think everyone will. We'll certainly miss you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure knowing you and everyone else.
Thank you, Ken.
You know, I certainly hope you come back and
I will.
say hi and do
back.
that kind of stuff. And
I'll be back. I think I'm gonna stop and apply for a job on my way out and be your weather girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Will you do that? Our sunshine weather girl?
Right. I'll do it.
All right.
Okay.
We were kidding her earlier. She can't wear green because she'll disappear in front of the green screen. But that might be kind of fun. We'll see what happens.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you on. Everyone from the Senior Center.
Thank you.
You folks do great work. I know Cherie does great work, and we're going to be seeing you in a couple weeks or so.
Looking forward to it.
And you know, it'll be sad, but I'm glad we've had you on for all these years, and you have built up that Senior Center. You've done a wonderful job in Agewell in general.
Thank you.
So we'll see you back here.
Okay.
We'll get you. We'll get you here as a weather girl.
Absolutely.
So that'll be fun. All right. We'll be right back. Well, with us today, we get two of the guys from AutoNation Toyota Irvine, and we'd like to welcome back Steve Smith, oversees the service department. Welcome, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back. It's great to be back.
Yes, always good to have you here. And of course, Ephraim is here today.
Yep. Thank
the
you,
GM.
Steve. How are you?
I am doing really good.
Super glad to be with you.
Yes, and I'm even doing better that we've been seeing you frequently, but Steve, he's back here today.
It's not the same.
It's a red letter day.
It's not the same.
It's not.
Here.
Hey, we want to talk about, before we get into some fun stuff, we want to talk about a couple serious things.
Yeah.
And one, I mentioned to these guys that today I got a scam email from Toyota Automobiles Company. So I don't even think it's even called that, the technical name. And it's about you've won a prize, please email here. No, it's fake. It's phony, like all the other scam ones. In fact, it says info@toylocn.org. Whenever you see something, when it says to undisclosed recipients, that's a clue. You never want to bother with anything like that. So I'm going to hit the trash, and that's gone from there. Now,
that's a good call out.
Yes,
that's so true.
Now,
we would never consider doing something silly like that. It's just trash.
Now, let's talk about something that has been going on for a few years for many automakers, and this is the problem of the airbags. And as you were saying to me, I don't know how far back these goes, but people may have cars that are several years old, but they've never come in to have those airbags looked at and corrected, right?
That's right. And Steve, I'm going to want you to help me with this, but it's so true, because even the Takata airbag has impacted many manufacturers because they're the major manufacturer distributor of the airbags for many vehicles. But there are a lot of cars and a lot of customers still sitting out there. In fact, most of them still have yet to do the recall. And a lot of people think, well, my car's really, really old. It really doesn't need this. And the truth is, as we just spoke a moment ago, we encourage you to come in. It's a no-charge service and an entire replacement recall oftentimes on these Takata airbags because they're simply unsafe.
Right.
And the National Highway Transportation Association has identified these and asked us to replace these at no charge, so there'll never be a charge for it, but because they can pose a serious safety hazard, right, Steve?
Absolutely. So what we see is all the way back to '94 Corollas.
Wow.
So,
I didn't know it went back that far.
Yeah. So we call, and there's thousands of them out there that have not been addressed.
Most of them still have yet to be done.
And at our dealership, we're offering the vehicle to come in, the customer to bring the vehicle in. We'll run the VIN on it to search for any open campaigns.
Okay.
At the same time, if there is a Takata airbag, in the beginning of this thing, Dango, when it started happening, there was thousands of them out there. There was no parts available.
Okay.
The supplier Takata could not supply with the parts, so we were putting customers in rentals. We are still doing that. If we have to have your vehicle, but now we are able to obtain the parts, so if we have to have your vehicle in over a period of time, we will provide you with a car to drive.
Okay.
It is that important to get that car in here. If you cannot get that car in, I would like for them to call into the dealership, provide their 17-digit VIN for us. We'll run the campaign search right there, find out if there is an open campaign on it. We'll even come to their home and pick up the car and bring a car to them to drive.
All right. And
so
to find the
it's
VIN,
that important for us.
It's on the windshield or it's on the registration?
Or it's on the side placard by the door on a little placard
on the driver's
on
side.
the driver's side.
Okay. And if they don't want to write everything down, take a picture with your phone.
Take a picture with your phone. Sometimes for me, without my glasses, it's easier to see it that way too. I can just expand it.
And if their vehicle's ever been into our dealership, all they have to do is call in with their name and phone number. We can do the search on it, and we can find out if the car even needs to come in.
Okay.
So, of course, obviously we offer the pit stop.
Yes, you do.
So they can come in during that pit stop. We'll take that VIN at that time, and then we'll research it for any open campaigns that are necessary and take care of them.
All right. Yeah, that's really good. You come in and quickly get things done.
It is.
Oil change, whatever it may be.
And remember, Ken, he mentions open campaigns because there were many recalls, not just the Takata ones. The Takata ones are really, really of a major safety concern, but all the other ones to do with electrical switches. You know, we talked about this in past
some of them are just
conversations.
software related, yeah.
Well, hey, I'm glad that the highway transportation has come in and said, hey, safety is a priority now for every manufacturer, and even the best one, Toyota, that they've identified certain little things that really need to be addressed, need to be either exchanged, repaired, data update, whatever it might be, and it's and some of these are rather critical, and we have the parts for them, and there's no charge. I think that's a big deal. I think most people think, well, I don't want to go in, it could be expensive. You're not going to pay for it.
Right. And I think years ago, if you got a recall notice, it was like, wow, you know, what's wrong with this vehicle?
Yeah.
Well, really what has gotten so much better, I've had 3 recalls on my vehicle, is because the way everything the auto industry is, the highway safety department, all these kind of stuff are just so much better at identifying these things and getting the word out. And it's really good for everyone. Yeah.
Well, the Camrys, the Corollas, there's a lot of vehicles out there with safety-related recalls. A lot of Camrys have what we call the COM. It's a door switch. That door switch for the window, it has to be replaced. It can actually catch fire.
It actually
stick. And so we've seen a few cars with that kind of, we need to take a look at that car, run that VIN, and make sure there is none. Because there is, like Ephraim was saying, there is quite a few campaigns out there. They are all safety related. Some of them are more critical than others. The airbag is definitely the most critical for us, as well as the COM for the door switch. But any campaign out there, again, at no charge, we can get it done. We have the parts, we can surely, we would love to make sure
even if your car is way out of warranty.
It doesn't matter. There's safety related campaigns back to 1991 cars.
Wow.
So,
but it just shows how the industry is so much better. Those things used to be hidden. Remember that years ago? We don't want to talk about that. We don't.
Those issues always were there. No one ever paid attention to them. Or
so
let alone said, hey, there's a remedy for this, bring it in, and there's no charge. So those issues always were there. But first, safety wasn't a priority. It wasn't. Public notice and doing what's right, I think, is super critical. And one of the things that this whole thing has brought to light is simply that. Let's take care of you.
3 days ago, just to give you an example, we had cars come in, and we did 10 years ago when I started with Toyota in 2010. Basically, they had a 90L campaign. That was for the unintended acceleration. We had 3 cars the other day that we actually completed those campaigns on.
Wow.
That's a reflashing and a gas pedal displacement.
That's
where
amazing.
we do. So
we all remember that.
I do remember it. Yeah.
And the remedy there was simply to put a spring to make the pedal a little bit more rigid, so it wouldn't just go down easily. It was to elevate it and shorten it so that the mat on the bottom couldn't interrupt the controls on the floor for the gas and the brake, and then a quick reflash of the computer's ECU. So we all lived through that. That was a long time ago.
I remember it.
Yeah.
You haven't changed.
So real quick to that, those of you that stack floor mats, I highly recommend that you make sure that if the clips are broken that are designed to hold the floor mat in place, bring the vehicle in so we can look at that.
Thank you. That's
and
great.
at the same time,
that's great. To
understand
say that.
If you are stacking floor mats, there's a reason that you're doing it. You maybe want to cover up. You want to keep it nice.
It's silly.
It
can pose a major safety concern because those things accumulate and then collect near the bottom, right? And they can interrupt your ability to grab the right pedal. Or even just simply keep one stuck down on the ground, and that was that whole 90L. That was the whole thing. Is that it was someone who put 3 mats on top of one another, and then a pad, and that pad then simply got stuck. It kept the accelerator down, depressed all the way to the floor. And that's that started that whole thing. It had nothing to do with a car that was running on its own.
Floor mats, get the proper ones. Whoever it might be, I have ones from WeatherTech, which I know they make of Toyota and all that kind of stuff, and those are great because they, keep your. Not that we have to worry about snow and mud, but still, it keeps things nice. or get official Toyota ones or whatever it might be for that very reason.
I don't think that we understand it fully when we open the door and step into that floor mat, if they're stacked, that our body and the inertia of us pushing our foot down on the floor slides that floor mat up each time that they do it. And after a few times, that floor mat will roll up underneath that throttle pedal, and that's why we should.
And now they're hooked in the back if
well,
you do it properly.
There are, and the ones that were a little older, we do have a way when you come in to just kind of more permanently affix them through the rings on the mat, the rear part of it, so that they won't move. So we, you know, because we just want to make, and because if you don't want to buy any, that's okay too. We're here to go ahead and just make sure that they're affixed to the floor properly so that they won't keep sliding
very
around.
good point.
Yeah.
Now, something fun that's coming up is the Orange County International Auto Show. It begins October 3rd. Next week, runs about 4 days at the Anaheim Convention Center, and of course Toyota will be there.
That's right.
And a lot of fun. It's a good place to go if you want to just have fun and look around and check everything out.
Great place. We have tickets.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Okay.
You got tickets.
I better bring you some. I'm
yes,
so
you
sorry.
better. But you know, also that brings to point, this is the time of the year that the 2019s are going out the door pretty soon.
They are.
And it's a good time to get in and see what's available, right?
Thank you. You're right. And in the September month, where all the families are getting the kids back to school and all those things that sometimes make buying a car at this time of year not a priority. We're just really, really, really busy, and we're grateful for that. And so, the incentives right now at this time of year for those 19s that are cycling out they couldn't ever be higher than they are today in terms of rebates and customer-facing incentives. So take advantage of that. And in regards to that auto show that's coming around, please come by. We do have tickets for that, so that we can get you something so that you can go and take a look at what's right around the corner. That's fun to do.
Yeah. I know one of the things will be the 2020 Highlander hybrid, which is going to have a new engine in it and a little bit changes on that. So that's something I'm going to look at.
So we have five cars that we just supplied Toyota with that we're doing right now at our shop that we're going to put in that auto show. And one of them is going to be the brand new Supra. It'll be the Canary Yellow. So we'll finish it today,
this morning.
And
something else.
We'll have those cars in there. So stop by and take.
That'll be fun. Will you be up there?
I will be up there, but I won't be up there every night to go over them. But we got the 5 vehicles up there, the hybrid, and it'll be real nice. You'll like
That'll be a lot of fun.
I love that Supra.
It is a great fun.
And Ken, I did see the new Venza at the.
Are they bringing the Venza back?
They're going to, and my goodness, is it just
I've got to say something
special.
Every once in a while, car manufacturers, all of them, just do this bonehead move where they remove a vehicle that everyone likes. And you go, why did you do that?
That's right.
The Venza was one. Everyone liked that vehicle.
You will love this new one. Amazing.
It's just a nice, I'm so glad. I didn't know they were bringing that back.
Yep. The cadence of what we have coming out and how Toyota's now making an all-in commitment for the
that's good news.
For the hybrid,
I'm going to look at that.
For the hybrid gas-electric synergy drive platform, everything will be a hybrid. So, and of course, Toyota invented that, that technology, and so we'll have big cars. Every car, 50, 60, 70 miles per gallon will be the norm for all of us.
And I'm going to get a ride in the Supra with Steve.
Yeah.
There you go.
That car is fancy. It's you.
All right. Good to see you both. Good to see you back.
It's good to be back.
All right.
Thank you,
thank you very much, sir.
Man.
And again, you got to get those recalls in. They will help you out on that if you're unsure. Send them your VIN number and take care of those recalls. It doesn't matter how old your vehicle is. They're there to make sure that you're safe. If you want to go look at the 2019s that are still available, go up to the car show. They can all help you out.
That's right.
All right, right up the street. We'll be right back.
universal carpet for all your flooring needs. Now get 50% off pet stain resistant and hyperallergenic carpet, porcelain tile, wood, laminate, and waterproof flooring, and complete kitchen and bath remodels. Plus get 5-year 0% financing, including free installation and free furniture removal. Our convenient showrooms are just minutes away in Irvine and Huntington Beach, or call 866-402-2747 for our free in-home shopping service. Universal Carpet, the low price leader for over 20 years.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
At the Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback, you will always find a friendly face to guide you through your annual mammogram visit. Our staff, dedicated subspecialist breast radiologists, knowledge, and innovative technology awaits your visit to our center. With the Laguna Woods shuttle service right at our sidewalk, this convenient location offers you quick access for your appointment. You can expect nothing but the best for all your breast health needs at Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback.
I just love that ring. Where'd you get it?
I got it at the jewelry box. I saw it on Facebook, and then I went in and bought it. They have the most unique, awesome pre-owned pieces for amazing prices.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest, voted best jewelry store in Orange County for 8 straight years, offering unmatched prices on fine jewelry and watches, refurbished to new condition.
Visit us in our store or shop our website for just arrived items.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
Hiring a realtor you trust is the first step in selling your home. Selecting an escrow company that can safeguard your money and personal information throughout the transaction is the next step. Escrow Options will guarantee the safety of your personal information and funds from the risks of wire fraud and cyber theft. Choose the escrow company that works for you. Escrow Options Group, protecting consumer assets in escrow since 2005.
Welcome back. Carol Bowler is here with, or on behalf of the Reformed Temple of Laguna Woods. And as always, there is a lot of activities coming up. So we'll try and get through this as best as we can. But go ahead and start right off.
Well, this is a busy time of year for Jews all over the world, and we're no exception here in the village. And our high holidays begin this Sunday night. And they are the holiest holidays of the year. The Jewish New Year begins on Sunday night, and all of our holidays begin at sundown. And so we're going to begin with a dinner, traditional holiday dinner, which all residents of the village are invited to, and it begins at 4:30. It's at Clubhouse 1. It's catered by Yolanda. And the cost of the dinner is $30 for members and $35 for non-members. And we welcome everyone. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the our extensive holiday service schedule. As I said, the service on Sunday evening, Rosh Hashanah, which is the New Year, begins at sundown. Services are at 7:30 at Clubhouse 5. Our services will be led by our rabbi, Ben Kamen, our cantorial soloist, Jennifer Lewis, and of course our beautiful choir led by Juanita Sue. On Monday morning, services begin again at Clubhouse 5 at 9:30, and then Monday afternoon at 3 p.m. we have what's called our Tashlich service, which is dedicated to casting off of our sins, and it's held on the Par 3 golf course. And then we go into Yom Kippur, which is the most solemn holiday of our year, and it is our Day of Atonement. It is a fast day, and it begins at sundown. Our Kol Nidre service begins at sundown at 7 p.m. in Clubhouse 5, and then followed the next morning by services beginning at 9:30, and in the afternoon, our Rabbi's Q&A session, which is at 2 o'clock, and the concluding services in our Yisker Memorial Service begins at 4 o'clock.
So 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days of a lot of activity.
Well, 2 days and 2 nights.
Well,
yeah.
sure. Okay, so
yeah.
it seems like a long time, right? That's a lot of activity.
Covering about a 10-day period.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Right.
All right, well, gosh.
And one of the things I do want to mention is that every year on Yom Kippur, we have a food drive for South County Outreach. And we encourage people to come and bring non-perishables and toiletries. There will be barrels in front of Clubhouse 5 where you can leave the food.
Okay.
And the services are open to our members, of course, which is included in their membership, but residents of the village and their guests may come and purchase tickets for any or all of the services, and they can contact Ethel Rosenfeld. Her number is 949-458-1071, or Muriel Ash, and her phone number is 949-860-7036.
Now, one thing that we did, because it's hard for us to put all of the numbers on, is can they just email, is it Lita Pickman? Would she have all the information on these things?
She'll have the information on the dinners. But as far as if you want an email for the services, it's Ethel Rosenfeld, ETHELROSENFELD@gmail.com.
Okay. Now, we are going to run out of time, so what I want to make sure is we just highlight the next couple of things.
Sure.
And we just probably won't have time to go into detail.
Absolutely.
So let's go to the next thing on your schedule.
Well, let me just, that at the conclusion of Yom Kippur services, on October 9th, we have a beautiful Break the Fast in Clubhouse 2, again with traditional food, and you can contact Lita Pickman again for reservations and for information.
Okay.
Beginning October 20th, we will have our annual class led by our rabbi. It's 3 sessions, October 20th, 27th, and November 10th. The topic this year is A Journey Through Our Prayers, Studying the Meanings, Histories, and Secrets of Our Shabbat Prayers. And contact Irene Samuels at 949-855-8712. It's always an enlightening and interesting session.
All right.
And last, I want to mention our Get to Know Us Shabbat, which is a new project for us. This is on Friday, November 1st, beginning at 5:30, with a light supper at Clubhouse 1, followed by services led by our rabbi, I Cantor, and our choir. And then we complete the evening with dessert at our Oneg Shabbat, which is an opportunity again to get to know our members and each other. And the cost of dinner is $10. And again, you can call Lita Pickman at 949-586-4795, and she will be happy to take your reservation and to answer all of your questions. And we hope that, it's open to everyone in the village, and we hope that you'll come and meet us and get to know us.
Well, there's a lot of activities, and I'm glad that you are able to give Lita's number, because all the phone numbers are very difficult for us to get across. So maybe they could just contact her, and then she could give them all the phone numbers.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You are
so welcome. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Always good to see you too, Lisa.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And remember that there's an awful lot of things coming up with the Reform Temple of Laguna Woods, but starting this Sunday is the first one with the Rosh Hashanah. We'll be right back.
Do you know that the Laguna Hills Lodge was originally built as a place for relatives or friends to stay when they were visiting? In 1968, Laguna Woods' residents built the first 2 buildings of the lodge because they wanted a place close by for visitors to stay. Since then, the lodge has become the spare bedroom for the Laguna Woods' residents. The lodge has received the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence 8 years in a row. We invite you to stay in one of our recently remodeled garden rooms and take advantage of a special offer for Laguna Woods' residents, family, and friends.
Before I tell you what I'm about to tell you, let me tell you that it's very important that you listen to what I'm going to tell you. Looking good, Albert. The people have spoken. They want a man of action. Real gold? They want a leader who will stare boredom in the face and say, not on my watch. Insert me, Rob Riggle, the new mayor of Funner, California. It's not a word, it's a place. Funner!
Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
In a land of hopes and dreams lived a luxury lifestyle consultant with spectacular taste. One day he thought, I'll show lottery winners how to live like a millionaire.
I'm like gonna cry. Like, this is beautiful.
Pinch me. He scoured the land looking for the home of their dreams, which he slayed. So the families could live in plenty and live fabulously ever after.
All new My Lottery Dream Home, Friday night at 9 on HGTV.
And our movie coming out on Friday is truly a classic movie, the original Mary Poppins that came out in 1965. Of course, we all know the story of the nanny, Mary Poppins, that enters the Banks home and take care of the children. And really, you know, what we find out, as we found out maybe years later in the movie Saving Mr. Banks, that, you know, the story is really about the relationship of the father and his kids, rather than Mary Poppins and Jane and Michael. But just an excellent movie. Of course, the wonderful music by the Sherman Brothers, and of course Dick Van Dyke, who came back and did Mary Poppins Returns as well. He was in that, and Julie Andrews, and just everyone that's in this. David Tomlinson plays the dad, Mr. Banks, who does an excellent job, and just a really, Ed Wynn is in this. It is amazing when you watch this years before digital graphics or anything like that. And it's really interesting how they did this. And if you ever get up to the Walt Disney Museum in San Francisco, in the Presidio, they have the optical system that was used for this movie.
Cool.
It's like as big as a minivan, but that's what they used back then.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's
great
crazy.
movie. That'll be Friday, 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock.
All right, that one is brought to you by Hoag Hospital.
Yep.
Okay, Aladdin will be the Monday movie, and that'll be at 2 and 6 p.m. And this is not the animated one. This is the full live-action version, and it is about a kind-hearted street urchin, Aladdin, who vies for the love of the beautiful Princess Jasmine, who's the Princess of Agrabah. When he finds a magic lamp, he uses a genie's magic power to make himself a prince in order to marry her. He is also on a mission to stop the powerful Jafar, who plots to steal the magic lamp that could make his deepest wishes come true. So obviously, it is just like the animated version, and however, it's got all the great characters. And Will Smith plays the genie, and I have not seen this movie, but you said it's amazing. Mina Massoud and Naomi Scott.
Yeah, and there's I think there's 2 extra songs in this. You know, obviously live action is much longer than the animated version, but there's Will Smith. He really did a very good job.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. So again, that one will be on Monday at 2 and 6 p.m., and that movie is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente.
Yeah. Excellent. Hey, I want to tell you about a couple events that are coming to the city, and they are on the same day. So I'm going by the time. So the first one, the Memory Club, is going to be at 11 o'clock at City Hall. And this is a memory about discussion topics, learn why we forget, lifestyle strategies, from Memory Fitness and all kinds of things. And September 26th is the next one that is coming up. You can see there's one per month. So if you can't make it to that one, you can make it to the other ones that are coming in each month, or if you forget. There you go. I would probably forget. Then, just a couple hours later, at 1 o'clock, the Braille Institute is doing a wellness series on low vision, and this one is going to be about how the technology can help folks with low vision. So 2 things right at the city. You can take advantage of that, and then you got about an hour in between to get a bite to eat and come back for the next one.
All right.
Yes.
Excellent.
Very good.
But one quick note, which I know we had them on, but the concert and the car show is this weekend.
Yeah.
Back in Time concert and car show, and that is on Saturday, September 28th, Clubhouse 2 lawn and parking lot. Car show is from 4 to 6, and then the concert, the Huey Lewis in the News Tribute concert, will be from
He was
6
really
to
nice.
8. He was nice,
Yeah.
super nice. So anyhow, that's what we have.
Yes,
so
very
hopefully
good.
the weather will cooperate for the weekend.
Yeah, I said that, there could be a slight chance of drizzle, but really to the point that by the time the concert starts, you might have a little bit of dampness out. But who knows? The way we start to get the first round of a little bit of rain or drizzle this time of the year, it's really up in the air. But it is in the forecast for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't think it'll be much, but it is there. So if you want to keep things covered and free from getting damp, make sure you do that.
Okay.
There
is
we
that
are.
drizzle like in the morning?
Yeah.
Or any time of the day?
Yeah, I've seen it more in the morning just from the forecast, but late evening, overnight.
Okay.
When the clouds come in and all.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
tomorrow, you're going to tell us?
Tomorrow, yeah. So we've got Memorial Care, we have Harvard Eye, we have the Laguna Woods Foundation, and then, of course, the Globe headlines. So have a great day in the village, and we'll see you tomorrow.
And we got the nice fall background now.
I know.
There we are.
That looks
and we're
beautiful.
going to go have lobster tails.
We're going to have lobster for
On
sure.
you. She's going to buy it.
I'm going to find the best dish.
Yes. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.